Welcome back to Flipping the Script Fishing. Bass are interesting creatures. On one hand, they seem to be extremely smart. On the other hand, they seem to be very predictable. Big bass in particular seem to be on the smart end of that spectrum. On the other hand, they have instinctual behaviors that we could take advantage of. But what I've noticed with the big ones is that they seem to take themselves out of those positions where they can be weak to their instincts. In other words, they only move when they can feel most secure. That's one reason why we find them on deep ledges, thick cover, or in this case, under the cover of darkness. I got another short opportunity to go out fishing before work. There was rain moving in, and it was going to be dark here soon. But what I've noticed is this is the perfect time to intercept those big females that are full of eggs and getting ready to spawn. Even though the rain did get a little heavy, it didn't last too long. And I figured that it would just make those big bass feel a little bit more secure. When I only have a little time to fish, I like to choose two different types of lures. One that I can cover water very quickly, and the other one that I can use to pick apart structure slowly and methodically. First one on the board, small guy, flippy doodad. Had a real good hit before that. Anticipating a little bit bigger bite. It's alright. Skunk off out the boat or off the shore or whatever you want to call it. Alright, get another one. Go. Another large, or a little bass. Look what's on his back. It's called a lamprey. It parasitic fish, eel, something. Disgusting. Get off there. Check it out. Little suction cup on that thing. So gross. Good bait. Alright, so this is a Missile Baits D-bomb. I saw, it was like a pumpkin color. I saw a crayfish on the side that was kind of this color, a brown, a little bit black in it. So would like to add some black, but I don't have it. Anyway, I think this would work, so watch. This time of year, for some reason, right before dark, the action always seems to slow down.
See me now.
This is when people typically pack up and go home. However, if you can stick it out for just a little while, the action usually picks back up. Even though the bass have no problem finding your slower presentation, it doesn't send out much vibration, so they can't hone in on it from far off. Now, if I'm throwing to a particular piece of structure, I'll still throw that slower presentation. But if I'm not thrown to anything in particular, I like to throw something that has some vibrations, some flash, or some noise to it. Here we go. Got a smallmouth. I did not feel that bite at all. I felt like I just had some weed stuck on there. Hope you do that.
Got a missile D-bomb on here now. Alright, let's get another.
After you catch each fish, it's a good habit to get into to check your presentation and make sure that it's sitting on the hook straight. With this flippy doodad in particular, the glide is everything, so you got to make sure that it's not crooked or twisted on the hook.
Drum. Man, I hate drum. It's not that they're bad fish, it's just you always think it's a big bass, and that's your drum. Gosh.
I think this one's working, so watch. Versatility of the flippy doodad comes through again here. Instead of dragging on the bottom like I had been, I decided to put my rod tip down and slowly retrieve it, and just barely tick the bottom. And when I contacted a bigger rock or stick, I would pop it. And if I found an area that had multiple pieces of structure, rock piles and that kind of thing, I would linger there and try to elicit a strike from the fish that you know is hanging out there.
What did I tell you guys about the flippy doodad? What did I tell you? Holy mackerel, look at that. Flippy a doodad. Look at that bass. That's a good one. Look how short he is though. He's so fat. Let's get a weight. All right. Six, 2, 6, 3. Going back and forth. All right. Oh my gosh. Look at that fish. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna let him go right here. Oh, what a fish. Look at that thing. Alrighty. Come on now. Goes. Yes, sir. Heck yeah. That's a bright light. All right.
After that great catch, my time was waning. I knew I had only a couple more minutes to fish before I had to head home and get ready for work. And since it seemed like those better fish seemed to be sitting on that little creek ledge, I decided to pick up the scrounger and slow roll it right there by it.
Very next cast. That's a nice one too. Small mouth on the scrounger. Look at that thing. What a pretty fish. Let's get length. Probably 3 pounds. Maybe not, no. 2.5. inches. Beautiful. Alright, hit my scrounger. Love throwing this time of year. Rock bass. Bait's about as long as he is. Last catch. For real. If I mention that I hate drum, man. They always seem so big at first. And then they give up. Give up. That kid chasing a Twinkie. Alright, let's get out of here.
Even though I ended on a disappointing note, we definitely had a pretty good 2-hour trip. We had multiple fish and one really good one. If you have the opportunity during the pre-spawn or even the post-spawn this season, and getting out there during the cover of darkness to intercept one of these big girls. After all, they're big for a reason. Until next time, guys, tight lines.